Extreme Dads. Meet your hosts. Dominic Roque Stafford, Mitch Rhodes. Join our discussions over extreme dad moments.
All right, thank you guys for chiming into Extreme Dad Moments.
Extreme Dad.
Oh,
okay, let's start that over.
Ready? Thank you guys for chiming into Extreme Dads. My name is Dominic Roque Stafford, and this is...
My name's Mitch Rhodes. We're here to talk to you about just things that dads face. This is not about, it's not about snorkeling the Mariana Trench. I mean, you've done that. It's not about jumping out of an airplane, not needing a parachute. I've done that.
I have.
But the snorkeling thing is really cool.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try it sometime.
I don't know how you held your breath that long, but anyway, the fact that your wife was trying to push you down into it, that's another story. But anyway, this is Extreme Dad. Kind of we go off of a motto here that this is all about. Go ahead, tell them our motto.
Embracing chaos.
Yeah.
As you see, we don't really even know what we're talking about, but we're on here just trying to wing this thing, really, right?
I have a master's degree. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Like him.
Anyway, no, I may not know what I'm talking about, neither does he. This is about just embracing the things that dads have to go through. Everybody has a story about what they've faced, something they've had to encounter as a dad. And this podcast is about just pouring into other dads. Maybe there's some lessons you can learn by some of the things either we've experienced or some of the dads we're going to talk to. Dominic, you want to tell them about what we're interested in having happen?
Actually, wait a minute. I think I am probably the most extreme dad. I have 8 kids.
8 kids?
Yeah.
That is extreme.
Well, for 2025 it is.
Yeah, it is. And the age range from what?
Let's see here.
You're taking too long to think. This is a podcast. We've already lost half our viewers.
From 16 to 5. There we go.
Okay,
16 to 5.
So you have a variety of situations involved with that. I know with you, one of your extreme moments, what we'll talk about in another podcast is how you actually have had 2 children that were born prematurely.
Absolutely.
And the things you go through with that.
Yes.
For me, I had a son that had leukemia, and the process we go through of getting through that, he is fine. But there's other extreme dad stories out there. And one of the things we do want to talk about or stress is we want you to contact us if you have an extreme dad event, an extreme dad story. And you may go, I still don't know what you mean. Hopefully as we go through this hopefully as we cut that out, your wife will cut that out.
She probably will.
Okay. Anyway. We want you to be able to contact us. We want to talk to dads out there that have had extreme moments so that you can share with us some of the things you've gone through.
Your moment may be able to empower somebody else, lift somebody else, and that's the point of the podcast. We want to uplift. We want dads to know that they are also important and they are thought about all the time, right?
Right. One of the things it seems to me is there's so much out there to beat up on dads about where dads are not enough. Dads are lacking something.
Yep.
Dads, well, guess what? You're not perfect. Neither am I. We're going to make mistakes. And if we want people to beat up on us, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that'll be happy to say you did this wrong. You can go to your mother-in-law probably or something like that. Or relative.
No, I definitely do agree with that.
Okay, well, my mother-in-law's great, actually. But there are plenty of people that can tell you what you're doing wrong, give you advice on how to do it better. That's not what this is about. This is about pouring into situations where maybe you didn't make the best decisions, but what did you learn from it to become better, to become more of the kind of dad you are? There may be some where you realize you've got a long way to go and maybe you haven't fully embraced what it means to be a dad. Maybe you didn't have a dad in your life to really show you what to do. So you may have questions. And I'm not going to say we're going to be able to answer every question.
Of course not.
Thankfully,
I'm learning as I go.
There's something called a website. We can go, and everything on the internet is obviously true, so you can always look there.
You like to use that chat APG or ABC?
just to ask questions. You look at the answers and go, all right, I'm not sure I understand that.
Well, there you go. We'll figure the answer out for you guys. Don't worry.
If not, we're going to find someone who can give us the answer along with you.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's not just so much of an answer. Sometimes it's just, have you thought about this differently? Have you thought about how other dads might handle this?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I'm not going to compare how I have raised my children, I have two, to how you've raised yours. They're different.
That's true.
I can say both of us are involved in blended families.
Absolutely.
So I have, my wife is previously married. There's a incredible young daughter I had that calls me dad that I was fortunate enough to get to have in my life. I have a son that both my wife and I are the parent of, so we're kind of blended.
Yep.
You're blended.
You know what's so funny?
You're like, super mixer. Super mixer.
Had a kid.
Mm-hmm. A daughter.
A daughter.
Did not have a goat.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
A daughter. I had the kids and my wife didn't. You see how this is working out here?
Yeah, but in the same sense, there's experiences and that's involved in, everyone has a different story. There is no, this is how the dad and mom should have been. And
correct.
All that stuff. There's all these different stories, and it does not mean we cannot learn from one another.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be great, and this is a time to learn, to provide information, as well as to come together as men to better the men community, which there is not very many of. So I hope that you guys enjoy our episodes, people that we're going to interview, people that we have come on here to give us some information. As you said, we don't know everything, so we are definitely wanting, and we need people with knowledge, with people with their moments that they had to share it with the world. So if you are interested, info@extremedad.org. Info@extremedad.org. We also, believe it or not, have a Facebook, Extreme Dad Moments. And you can reach us there as well. And we are going to be excited to reach out to you. I promise we will follow up with you.
Yeah, pretty soon the website extremedad.org will be active. His incredible wife actually has to do all the detailing to that, as well as the detailing to this actual podcast. We have no clue what we're saying right on camera as to whether or not it's even going to make the final cut. She will determine all that, but we have faith and trust in her. And
we do.
I do want to say one thing, though. Your basis on how you approach problems, all of us have a base of where we operate from.
Correct.
Now, I'll tell you, for me, I'm Christian.
So am I.
Okay. But that doesn't mean you may be Christian, you may be Muslim, you may be Hindu, whatever. It's about how you deal with problems and what your base is from.
Yes.
There's all kind of dads out there. There's dads that are involved in their children's life, married to the wife. There are dads that a divorce has occurred. I know situations where there are dads that they're surrogate dads, where they maybe were involved in enabling a couple or friend to conceive, but they are actually the biological father that might be involved, maybe not. There's all kinds of situations.
That is true.
And there's validity for each one of those. What we do hope to encourage and honestly fight against is the concept of the absent father.
I agree.
That if you're not involved in your child's life, there's no reason not to start, or at least attempt. I know that there can be situations where things have occurred, whatever, that maybe there's relationships that are very difficult and very hard to reestablish, but that isn't to say it's impossible.
It's not, and there's always room for it. Doesn't matter how old the child is, there's always room for it.
It's true.
Right.
Now, you do need to know something about us. We're both pretty much ADHD. We're going to be all over the place. Hopefully that'll enable you to not get too bored, because every 3 to 4 minutes we'll be doing something different. And I want to start off. We're going to have different segments. And we can't be an Extreme Dad podcast without Extreme Dad jokes.
That is true.
I'm sorry. So the other day I was in this room. Kind of working on some stuff, and my wife was in the other room.
It was working.
And she says, "Hey, honey," I said, "What?" And she goes, Are you experiencing like any kind of pain in your arm? You know, any kind of sharp pain, as if someone was stabbing you, or like stabbing a voodoo doll? And I said, well, no, not at all. You know what her response was? What about now?
He's paying me to that, by the way.
I think she. Dad jokes are supposed to be bad for a reason, my friend. If you have a dad joke you'd like to submit to us to be part of the Extreme Dad joke section of this podcast, please feel free to submit that to where again?
info@extremedad.org.
Well, now this has got to be our first podcast. We're going to get into more detail. We're going to be talking about specific things that have occurred. Again, Dominic, you're going to cover probably in the next one.
Maybe.
What you went through as Extreme Dad, dealing with 2 children that were born premature,
Absolutely.
all the things involved with that. Probably on the third one, I'll go into the things I learned and what I went through having a son that had cancer, the process of that. And it's not about, oh, woe is me, feel sorry for us. It's about what did we learn from it? What can you maybe take from it? And then hopefully we're going to have the opportunity to hear from some other people that have gone through some extreme things. And extreme dad moments don't always have to be about tragedy.
That's true.
And sickness. They can be about things that are exciting. They may be something so simplistic the rest of us didn't realize, you know what, that is an extreme dad moment I was taking for granted.
Yeah.
And so we do hope you join us in future episodes, because we also kind of wonder what they're going to be like.
As we speak right now, we are thinking about them.
Yes, we are. Anything else we want to cover before we maybe sign off with this first episode?
Let's see here. You know, we do first off appreciate you guys listening to us, giving us ideas. Feedback is strongly encouraged. We want to hear your thoughts, even about future episodes, something that you guys want to hear us talk about. We're definitely here. Sooner or later, we will be having merch, Extreme Dad shirts, other things. Mm-hmm. My wife is going to come up with something. His wife probably will come up with something as well. She has good cookies, by the way, I've heard.
Oh, yes.
So
I don't think we can sell them without some kind of health department certification thing. Anyway.
Assistant we'll figure that out, I promise.
But I would say, if you send us an email. To where again?
info@extremedad.org.
Okay. If you send us an email, once this goes live, we're going to give, how many days should we give, or how many weeks? What's the timeline we want to go with?
For what?
For the giveaway.
We'll give them about 4 days. 4 days.
4 days?
4 days.
Okay. So
people working nowadays.
What about people? That's just it. What about person gets on day 5? Oh, I missed it. I might as well not send an email.
You know,
I'm going to go extreme. I'm going to go extreme.
What's extreme?
I'm going to give them 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when this goes live, 2 weeks from that, everyone who sends an email with an idea,
yes,
a question, positive comment. If you tear us apart because you don't like it, my hair is not as good looking as his, we're not getting in the drawing. We're going to stick everyone in the drawing, and one of those people is going to win an Extreme Dad Moment t-shirt.
Absolutely. But the most important thing is that you have to like and follow our Facebook page in order to be considered.
Yeah, that is true. So you got to educate me on something. So
Sure.
If I have an email,
okay,
so I go to the Facebook and I like it. How do I connect the email to the like on the Facebook? I mean, I don't understand. How will we know if they like and follow? Came a little bit older, people.
Well, that's a good question.
Do they have to tell us? Just tell us. We believe you.
We'll trust you.
Yeah, without trust, there's nothing.
We're going to trust you.
Okay.
But we're going to get that like for sure on Facebook.
I hope so. I do.
And that's the most important thing. So you're going to win a free shirt, Extreme Dad, and we are expecting to see our inbox fluctuate with so many comments, emails, whatever you got for us. We're looking forward to it.
All right. Well, that being said, we're going to go out now with whatever public domain music his wife chose to end the broadcast on. And we hope to see you next time at Extreme Dad Podcast on extremedad.org.
Yeah, that's it, my brother. See you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, follow. Extreme dad moments.
Freeze. Okay, you're supposed to freeze. That's a splice moment. See when you freeze.